It's a final where Michael Van Gerwen starts a firm favourite, but John Park, you know Jeff Smith better than any of us. We've said he's a grafter, he'll work hard, he'll believe he can win, particularly after that performance in that semi-finals. One more big effort required from Jeff Smith, but it's some task.
Well, between the North American Championship and the U.S. Masters, I don't see how Jeff Smith can't feel it isn't but destiny that he might win this. He's just found ways and means, and he looks really good. But as you noted, Michael Van Gerwen, he's found a way of late to get his best game out when he really needs it. In saying that, he had to survive a match start from Rob Cross, even with the 11-dart leg. So a bit of luck helps too.
60.
Two incredible semi-finals in a packed Madison Square Garden here in New York. 3,500 fans.
78.
Well, and the level of darts play we've seen, it's merited being packed here. They're probably trying to fight their way in to see what's going on here, the way the noise level's coming out.
103.
They've had their money's worth this evening, that is for sure, and we've still got one more game left. And Michael Van Gerwen with a signal of intent in that opening leg. 12-dart holder throw to strike first in this final.
That sort of sends the message to Jeff
43.
from Michael, like, I've seen it all, mate. Whatever you do, whatever you just did, I've seen it all and I beat it all. and I'm not gonna blink.
This is the fifth staging of the US Darts Masters. Starting in 2017, there's Michael Van Gerwen got the ball rolling, beating Daryl Gurney. Since then, victories for Gary Anderson, Nathan Aspel, Michael Smith last year. Van Gerwen looking at a second title here in the US. His other one was in Las Vegas. Looking to add the title here in New York, and he's made a positive start.
84.
Six World Series events during the year, all culminates in the finals in Amsterdam in September, and both these players will be there. But already Jeff's ticked that box. What a unique double if he can find a way to beat Michael Van Gerwen.
39.
Well, Jeff is getting a lot of payback now for a fair bit of enduring some misery in darts over the past couple of years or so. And it's all kind of coming back to him today and yesterday.
Yeah, over that period when during the COVID when he's travelling over, it seemed every week that Jeff Smith either had travel issues or his luggage wasn't making it, so he didn't have his darts. It was just turbulent times and tough times, but he stayed resilient, and he deserves this, Jeff.
94. Jeff Uruguay, 36.
Double 18 he loves. He's loved it all day. Well, not first dart, but it's a good marker. It's a rare time he's had to go to double 9.
27.
Well, not used to it really, is he?
All of us surprised that he didn't hit the double 18 because he's been so efficient tonight. But already an early blow, and you can't afford to give Michael Van Gerwen 21 darts to break through. In charge of this final.
Well, Michael Van Gerwen hasn't had as long a day as Jeff Smith, but I bet he's feeling like it's been a long night after that semi-final with Rob Cross.
100.
Absolutely epic.
Yeah, both players left everything up there, didn't they? And faced adversity and found a way to get themselves to this final. Jeff Smith looking to join a unique club. It features Damon Heta and Kyle Anderson to win the World Series event as a qualifier, as we call them. Others that have played in finals: Corey Cadby, Dirk van Dijvenbode and Gabriel Clemens. Some effort from Jeff.
100.
Oh, look at this effort against throw from Jeff. Over 100 ahead.
He can break straight back here.
99.
And just the message to Michael Van Gerwen that you're not going to race away with this final.
105.
I like that last dart from Jeff.
That really is a useful dart in a lot of occasions at 1-2-1 and one dart in hand to go for the bull at 25.
Jeff Uruguay 96.
If he hits the treble, it's a double that he really favours. Although he's missed it tonight and he's not going to get a go.
60.
Van Gerwen for 3-0. Almost at the 11. Pinned for double 7. 3 legs without reply. And
Jeff to throw first.
Van Gerwen in early control of this final.
Well, in so many of Jeff's matches today, we've seen him get a double 7, signaling usual victory he was going to eventually get to. In this case, it's MVG getting a double 7 in the early going, and is that some sort of sign that it's the end of the road for Jeff?
Already. He needs the whole throw here. Slightly longer format again, first to 8 legs.
6.
This would take Michael Van Gerwen halfway. If he can get this leg, it'd be a break. And you'd fear for Jeff. Got to win this leg, you feel.
93.
Needed that treble. Michael will start down the bottom of the board. He's been on the receiving end of a 170 this evening. Would he add one of his own to put himself in complete charge of this final?
97. Michael Uruguay 170.
And he can almost play like it's a setup shot. He has to now. And he's doing just that.
81.
Pretty good
Jeff
visit.
Uruguay 144.
I saw Jeff earlier on, John, hit the first treble, but didn't stay there for the second one, did he? And it didn't pay off that time. This time it has. Can he convert the double?
126.
Played for double 18, just starting to let him down. 89 for 4-0 here.
Yeah, and double 16. That's not much help.
Good.
Doesn't matter. He
Michael
adjusts accordingly.
Fifth leg is Michael to throw first.
You know, in that 1-4-4 effort, by going down all the way to down and left, to come all the way back up and right, that's a difficult transition. And I think that's why most players will just stay on the 20s. Much easier.
100.
Michael Van Gerwen. You make a good point, John, because we know how hard it is chasing doubles around the board. It's no different when you're chasing trebles and different targets. And just, this is ruthless for Michael.
100.
3 180s in the match for Michael, all on his own darts.
This is a tough watch for all us Jeff Smith supporters and fans. As well as he's done, you know, there's no justice in him. And he's looking at a whitewash almost. That is feeling like that already. And
60.
let's hope he can get going here, get some run into this match, because he certainly deserves it after everything he's already done.
He certainly does. He's offered so much this weekend, Jeff. He'll keep chipping away. Michael Van Gerwen was a great front runner.
That's what's so scary about this from the Smith perspective. Michael's nobody's fool. He doesn't squander good leads. Not very often, at least.
95.
Looking for a 140 for a 5th consecutive leg. Beaten by Michael Smith 8-4 on this stage last year. He won the inaugural US Darts Masters back in 2017 in Las Vegas, beating Daryl Gurney 8-6. But he's bossing this final. Needs this Smith, and he's not going to get a dart.
57. Michael Uruguay 80.
Looking so composed. He'll get one dart at tops.
Gives on the fifth leg.
And look at
Michael
that.
Van
Just
Gerwen.
so assured at this point to move ahead
throw
5-0.
Game.
And it's at a canter now for MVG.
And it's the finishing. 5 from 8 for Michael Van Gerwen. He's only averaging 90.5. Jeff Smith. It's just affording Michael a few too many luxuries in this final. There we see Michael far from his best, but we've said it's just all about winning the big games and the big titles. And Gerwen did it just over a week ago in the O2 to retain his Premier League title. And he's looking to regain US Darts Masters here in New York.
434.
Well, still throwing very well in my mind, Jeff. He's not lost much off the throw in his long day. He's still looking pretty crisp.
Jeff, you're going 161.
Yes. John, we've both been in these positions. When you're 5-0 down in a race to 8, I was pretty negative. I was like, come on, get me off here. I felt the job was done. Did you always believe you could recoup the situation, rescue the situation?
I wouldn't say I always believed I could, but I always had the thought it would be really fun to do so. So I allowed myself to play with that idea enough to keep interested.
Well, here's possibly a start for Jeff. Now,
52.
Potentially the 6th consecutive leg for Van Gerwen here.
Easy one to come down from, but he fails to do so. So a chance now for Jeff to get his first leg in this US Masters final. Oh, he missed the 16 to leave. Well, it is double 18.
34.
And it's finally deserting him.
40.
It's not happening, is it? Even when Michael misses, Jeff can't take advantage. Is he going to get another opportunity? He is in 6-0.
Michael Van Gerwen.
Jeff Smith has had opportunities, 5 darts, in fact, the doubles, but he's missed them all. Michael Van Gerwen is 2 legs away from a convincing victory here.
436.
Yeah, and without disrespecting Jeff at all here, I mean, certainly it's seeming like MVG's final was the Rob Cross semifinal. I mean, what a battle that was, and really deserving to be in this situation, Michael Van Gerwen.
Yeah, for Michael Van Gerwen, the draw's been quite Rob Cross' side. You'd say it's quite a generous draw because he's obviously played McMillan in the opening round, then Jim Long, who upset Michael Smith, and obviously Rob Cross, and then Jeff Smith, who upset Luke Humphries. He would have walked up there thinking, I should win this pretty comfortably. This won't be a surprise to him. And that's no disrespect to Jeff Smith. Without being at his best, it's still a ruthless display.
96. Michael Van Gerwen, 104. $56.
Smith way back.
Yeah, he's finding it hard to find a reason any longer.
94. Michael Van Gerwen, 48.
7-0. Will be a break after this leg. I think Jeff would rather just crack on.
16.
Well,
Jeff Van Gerwen,
another opportunity.
52.
That's for Jeff Smith. And it's not going to go. More chances for Van Gerwen to go one away.
140. Michael Van Gerwen, 32.
7-0. It is
on the
7-0. And
Michael
feel for
Van
Jeff
Gerwen.
Smith here. It's just all unravelling. You feel his final was that semi-final against Luke Humphries, but Michael Van Gerwen finds himself 1 leg away from winning this title for a second time. He leads Jeff Smith by 7 legs to 0. just to get a leg in this final. Van Gerwen will surely wrap it up from here and win his second title. For Jeff Smith, just try and find a leg and hope he can work his way into this final, but it's very unlikely, John.
434.
Yeah, it's beyond imagination, to be truthful. But Jeff, you'll still want to go up and throw good darts. He's done so much today.
99.
And really, you want to end on a good note, and the result seems out of reach, but that doesn't mean he can't throw some decent darts here and now.
Just give it everything. It may be the last leg, there may be a couple more legs, who knows? But for Jeff Smith, he's been excellent over the last 2 nights. Beating Peter Wright in his opening match. Last evening, before a long day here, winning the North American Darts Championship, and then victories over Nathan Aspinall, then brilliant victory over Luke Humphries with a 167 in the final. But this just seems a step too far. Michael Van Gerwen has done the right things at the right time. He often says that in his interviews.
134.
And he is cruising to victory here. He could do it in style. He's not going to do it on this visit.
58.
Well, it would be appropriate for Jeff to log a leg with a ton-plus finish. He did the treble 20 there, and this feels like an ending point for this tournament.
To wrap it up, 2-match darts, only needs one. A ruthless display from Michael Van Gerwen. An 18th victory on the World Series, a second here in the United States. Kudos to Jeff Smith, he's played a massive part. He just ran out of steam in that final. Some big victories, the highlight that 167 to clinch his spot in the final against Luke Humphries. But this final, this tournament was all about Michael Van Gerwen. He cruised the back. He had a big win over Rob Cross in the semi-finals, and all his experience counted in that final. He's won the final by 8 legs to 0, and for the second time is a US Darts Masters champion.
There we see Michael, the final celebration, and it was a long night. He certainly went through a really tough semi-final with Rob Cross, but had it all his own way in the actual final. And he's getting used to being the best of the best again.
Ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time for our presentation. Would you please welcome the Chief Executive of the Professional Darts Corporation, Mr. Matthew Porter. And on behalf of our title sponsors, Bet365, it's Stephanie DeFlora. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a sensational week for our runner-up. Would you please show your appreciation as he receives his trophy, the silencer, Jeff Smith. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our winner, winning the trophy, and for the second time, we crown him the champion, making it 18 World Series titles. Ladies and gentlemen, we crown him the Bet365 US Darts Masters champion. Ladies and gentlemen, mighty Michael Van Gerwen.
Michael, congratulations, another US Darts Masters title and a dominant performance in the final. This must feel amazing.
Of course it feels amazing. Everyone knows what it's like to... Last year I lost the final and I was I want to win so much so in this venue in New York, and that was on my bucket list, and today I'm doing it, so that feels great, of course.
We hear that when all the players talk about this event, in this venue in particular, they want to have their name on the trophy. It's been hotly contested. All of you guys have been fighting for this.
Yeah, of course, but it's easier said than done, you know what I mean? This is a lovely venue. We're in New York, and the press is on there, because of course I won the US Darts Masters before, but not in this venue, so of course it's special for me. And then to come here with so many fans who've been absolutely amazing, and of course the sponsors, and of course the PDC with Bet365 and the PDC Matchroom, I think they put it on a fantastic show. But it's nice to win, I have to say that.
A word for the North American players. Obviously, Jeff made the final, but
it's not only him, it's also the other guys who did really well, and they have some fantastic players, and we all know that. So you have to be, especially in the short format games, you have to be on top of them, and that's why I tried in the final. But I also have to admit, Jeff had a really long day, because he had to play the tournament this afternoon as well. But more important, I won it today, and I'm proud, and I'm proud of myself, and I don't care what people else say, but I love to say I'm proud.
And you should be. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael van Gerwen, let's bring in Jeff. Jeff, it has been a genuinely astonishing day from you, not only reaching the final here, but winning the North American Championship. I know the result in the final, that can't take the lustre off what's been an incredible day for you, surely.
No, I'm so thankful for every one of you guys out in that crowd, because you guys pushed me all day. Unbelievable.
The semi-final, we have to talk about it. You've beaten a succession of big names just to take on MVG, but the semi-final was something else. In your long career, that finish to win it has got to be right up there with one of the greatest moments, isn't it?
Yeah, I've had some close calls with Nathan in the past, but to pin that 167, man, that was awesome.
What does this mean for you now? I know that it's not been easy for you on the tour of late, but this is the sort of weekend that can turn things around. It can be a platform for you to go and start moving back up the rankings, can't it? This is a huge positive.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm one of the best players in North America, and I know that. I'm one of the best players in the world when I want to be. So I'll be here, guaranteed.
You are exactly right. New York, your runner-up, the silencer, Jeff Smith. Michael, the final word goes to you. You have just won a title in Madison Square Garden with more than 3,000 fans. Did you ever think that this was possible when you started playing?
No, it only could be a dream. We all know I'm playing this game for quite a long time. I've probably played this game for 25 years now, and I play on this big stage for 18 years. But when I was young, I never even heard of this venue. But then when I started to go to the big venues, they said, nah, that's not the big ones. You have to go to New York, Madison Square Garden. That's the big thing. Where all the big sports stars in the world competed, do you know what I mean? That's where you want to win. And today was the day, luckily for me, and I'm proud, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I hope I'm going to see you all next year. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, he came to Madison Square Garden, New York, and he took the title. A two-time US Darts Master, mighty Michael van Gerwen!